Hello, my Marvel Snap enthusiasts, and welcome to another video where today we're taking the Tribunal for a spin. Anyways, the Tribunal is a very interesting character because what he does is he splits all your power, your total power, to evenly among all locations. He allows you to win all three locations by buffing up the power of a single location, mainly meaning that you just increase the power of that one location by massive amounts of power. Then you just use the Tribunal here to basically go, bam, spread that power between all powers and win while your opponent's trying to figure out how they can win all three locations, at least two locations. Again, Marvel Snap, you only need to win two locations to win the game. But he wants to win them very differently. So, let's talk about the card by card. We got Ravania Renslayer. Basically, all your characters with one power or less are reduced by one for their cost. Mystique is a 3-cost that copy any character with a ongoing effect as long as that was the last character played that turn. So again, much like the Patriot deck that we checked out, you want to ensure that if you're going to play an ongoing character, the ongoing character is the last card you play at any point in your turn. Magic basically turns any location into limbo, and we go a 7th turn. Mr. Negative swaps power and cost. So for a lot of our characters like Jubilee, Iron Man, Mystique, basically even Blue Marvel, swap, or even the Super Skrull, swapping their power and their cost is very strong. This becomes 0-5, 4-2-4, 1-4, 0-3, 3-5. So it's just very strong. Not really great when you talk about Onslaught and the Living Tribunal, but still very strong to basically make these make these two free, which is typically what we want. And again, making this like 1 cost is very strong as well. Jubilee will take the top card of our deck and play it in the location that she is played at. Super Skrull basically will copy all ongoing abilities our opponent has. So if opponent is playing some interesting ongoing abilities, we could just copy them and take them for ourselves. Iron Lad will scan the top card of your deck, and he will become that card text as well. So if, for instance, he scans Iron Man, he takes Iron Man's effect, and then you combo that with Iron Man as well. That does not mean you go Mystique targeting Iron Lad. That will not work. Iron Lad is an on-reveal card. He is an ongoing card. He just copies the card on reveal of whatever the top is. Iron Man doubles the power of any one location in these acts. Blue Marvel will give a +1 buff to everyone on your board besides himself. Sarah reduces the cost of all characters by 1 when she's on the field. Onslaught doubles the abilities of all ongoing characters at the location. And then the Living Tribunal, which we already talked about, spreads all power evenly among all locations. So typically what your play is that you want to go Iron Man, Mystique. So Iron Man first, Mystique, copy Iron Man, and then go Living Tribunal and have Onslaught there as well. That's typically your like power play here, is to have these 4 characters on one single location, because what you're doing is you're doubling up the power, especially if you've done Mr. Negative to swap them over to their where this is 3 power, this is 5 power. So then that basically gives you a double there. So you're quadding already the power there. Then you put down Living Tribunal to basically then swap that power that you're getting from that location with Mystique, Iron Man, into all your other locations. And then you bring on Onslaught, which, by the way, will double the power of the Living Tribunal, as I decided to accidentally get rid of him. Double the power of Living Tribunal, but it will then double each of these, so they're already going up to quad doubling of a location, which right there you double, so it's going up to quad for each of them because this doubles all ongoing effects. So then that gives you basically an 8 times power buff to whatever's on at this one location. So nonetheless, very, very powerful to get at least these 4 characters together. If not, you can easily just win board states by just having like Blue Marvel, having characters that are buffed up. Heck, even just having Iron Lad scan Iron Man and then having Iron Man come down to the same location basically gives you that double. And then if you could get like Mystique to get another level of power over there and then have a Living Tribunal, you're doing a 6 times power buff to that one location. that's the deck. Let's take it to our best out of 7 and see how well we do. Game 1 is afoot, and we're starting off with Mr. Negative, Jubilee, and the Super Scroll. And Sinister London is really good for us. Because what Sinister London does is it makes a copy of a character to a different location. So, it's really nice. Not the greatest hand right now. As you can see, our hand really is like up in like the 4 cost character, so we only really start playing around 4, but we do have Magic at 3. So let's see. Inferno would be pretty nice. We're gonna put her down. This will reduce the cost of all my characters that are 1 power or less. Minimum of 1. So we can't just reduce. So it's pretty nice. So Magic will basically, in essence, our Magic can't push Limbo to another thing, but it just means that we don't have to worry about everything. So interesting, we got rid of his Iron Man. We do not want to put Mr. Negative on Sinister London, because then I think Mr. Negative twice would swap everything back to normal. Because again, he does it, again, he swaps power and cost, so I don't know what power costs. I have a feeling we're playing the mirror. Okay, so we're not. Okay, so this will be interesting. We're going to a 5th turn. There's the blue Marvel. Let's put Iron Lad down. Let's see what he gets. Adam Warrior, interesting. Okay, so he's got the Living Tribunal. So there's now 2 Living Tribunals on the board, which is hilarious. So I guess we won't need this Living Tribunal. I think this is only ongoing. No, that's not an ongoing effect. None of these are on. So he's got nothing ongoing. Let's see, we go this to put here, and then, or maybe I should do Jubilee first, then Blue Morph. See what we get off of Jubilee here. Wolfbane gets a power buff here for each card that is on the board. Yeah, on reveal, 2 power for each other card you have. So Jubilee to grab Magic. Doesn't really matter. Magic can't do much here. It's a little late to changing anything to... Alright, so we're winning in 2 locations right now. This would power buff us. I'm not gonna snap, but Onslaught is going to help here. Yeah, we pretty much won it. Game 1 is ours because, as you could see here, there's no way our opponent is going to get past 26. Alright. That is a win for us. Yes, so yes. Alright, for game 2, we're starting off pretty well here. We do have Magic, which does allow us to extend our plays just a couple turns. Or at least one more turn. And plus, I'm mentioning Magic can, like, remove one of these locations if it becomes annoying. Bar Sinister, huh? That's actually not horrible for us. Trying to think, what would we want to play there? The Living Tribunal, so that he could trigger multiple times? I do like Based is pretty nice. I think, honestly, I don't know if we want to keep this up. I think I'm going to remove the mirror dimension. I don't think I actually mind having Bar Sinister up and running, because of the fact that we'll be able to use, like, the Living Tribunal can sit there and give us a whole lot of power. Now, these Elsa Bloodstones are pretty annoying because of the way they act. We're going to put Iron Lad there. Let's see what our top card is. If it's Mr. Negative, it's not going to be great. Our hand here for game 2 isn't great, so Havoc is pretty nice as well for him. Serena to reduce the cost. Reina will be pretty nice to put out here. Maybe it'd be better to put, like, Sarah here and reduce our costs by 3. Yeah, let's do that. Putting Sarah here, it doesn't mean we get this, but again, Bar Sinister isn't horrible for us because that does allow us to reduce the Living Tribunal's cost by, well, humongous amount. So he's basically doing havoc here. He could each turn you lose max 1 energy and get plus 4 power. So he's going to lose. Again, this basically reduces our cost by nearly low levels. Now, we're going to be missing the Living Tribunal, mind you, but our opponent is losing an energy a turn. This Mr. Negative's now practically free. Alright. What I'm going to do is, unfortunately, I would have liked to buff this, but unfortunately Iron Lad happens to be sitting on the Baxter building. We'll do all of this. This just basically will at least increase the Baxter building and then give us a whole bunch of power buff. Now, these Elsa Bloodstones will be popping up. Whatever one of these is the ending one. Elsa Bloodstone gives a plus 2 power for whatever card filled the location. So this is going to get a 6+ power buff on it, Mr. Sinister. Can't replicate, but again, Havoc just gives him another cost card there. And there's our Living Tribunal. We're going to take the big snap here, because we are definitely, I think, going to get this win. Wow, the big snap on game number 2. That's how you do it, kids. Yeah, you take 8 cubes from your opponent. I do like, though, that the Elsa Bloodstone on Bar Sinister wasn't bad. Now, again, this does buff him as well, but the problem is he has definitely lost a lot of power thanks to Havoc. Victory! Alright, for game 3, we open not bad here. We won't really have to worry about the Hellfire Club because we're not running 1-cost characters in this deck. Now, Crimson Cosmos is annoying because this is does harm our good amount of our board state. The Scorpion, of course, she's got the Scorpion. That's annoying. Mindscape. I kind of don't want to play under Mindscape. I think let's put Mr. Negative there. Again, I have until turn 5 to replace a location. So we'll replace Mindscape here because I just really don't want to play under Mindscape. Mainly because Mindscape will swap our hands, and I honestly just don't want to swap with my opponent's hand, especially when we're playing a Living Tribunal deck, and I kind of want to keep all my stuff that plays with a Living Tribunal. So we'll swap Mindscape over to basically Limbo, and then we'll claim our +7 power, or our 7th turn from Limbo. We're on our 4th turn. We'll put down Iron Man there. The problem with Iron Man being at a negative means that right now I'm actually doubling a negative on myself. So I'm getting a -2. Oh, because of Iron Man. So, man, it's not. I guess I'll do this. And then put this here. I wonder what Jubilee will summon. I expect this for probably to summon the Living Tribunal there. That would be hilarious. Of course. Oh, great. Exactly what I always wanted. Hobgoblin next to the Iron Man. Oh, Mystique. Well, at least Mystique can power up that location with double power. Blue Marvel. I don't know if we'll be able to win off the Living Tribunal here. It looks like we're not. Guess all we'll do is this. And I think that should probably give us the win because we're going to double the power of Blue Marvel at the location. It's Spider-Man! Oh, that sucks. Now we're not doubling. I mean, we're still winning. Because even with the Punisher... Wow, okay, we won. Game 3 was close. I think we were almost going to lose that one. We got it in the end. I do love this Spider-Man. That's a really nice look of Spider-Man. Alright, on to Game 4. Anyways, Game 4, this is it for the series. If we take counter opponent, make a missing comeback. But anyways, we kind of saw the nature of how this deck works when we don't have Living Tribunal active. We can still win. It's a lot tighter and a lot closer than you would like. That's actually pretty funny that we can actually buff up the Raptors with the Patriot. Hilarious. Anyways, we do get the Limbo here, which is pretty nice. Yes. Still not overly great because we don't really have a way to like play Living Tribunal. I think our turn 5 play would be play Sierra, and then our turn 6 play would be to go into Iron Man. Our turn 4 plays definitely go to Iron Lad and see what we can get our hands on. The Nexus, huh? Honestly, the Nexus isn't bad. Now, honestly, we're playing Living Tribunal, so I honestly don't think I want him to have the Nexus active so we can play the game of let's buff all our locations. Because what Nexus does is that it distributes the power. It gives this power here, goes to all our locations. So honestly, let's get that thought out of the mind. These two have already been burned out, so honestly, there's no reason to worry about either of them. We're going to throw the Iron Lad down. Let's throw him down at Limbo. Because if Lahai can be the one location where we could put Iron Man and all of these characters to the Living Tribunal, all of that is pretty nice. Especially Iron Lad will let us know what the top card of our deck is, which I like. I like the fact that we get to see the top card of our opponent's deck. Mirage will copy the lowest cost character in our hand and give it +2 power. With this point was I think the Patriot. Anyways, we're going to put Sierra down. This will also give another minus buff, so that could bring on Iron Man. It would be really nice to see Mystique, because then I could go Iron Man, Mystique here. And then Living Tribunal on the next turn. Blue Marvel. Kitty Pryde is just such a good card. I love the fact that she gets to come back to your hand every turn. And she gets a +1 power if she does it. In this style deck, we have Angela out. That's hilarious. I talked about getting Mystique. Let's just put all of these characters down. Alright, well, that's pretty good, because the Patriot will buff up both of the Raptors for me. But yeah, I love Kitty Pryde with Angela, just because she constantly disappears, and Angela could just get a whole boatload of power on it. Super Scroll over Devil Dino is pretty neat and kind of funny. It's not overly great, because of the problem of Devil Dino kind of being on our hand. So we wouldn't exactly have like the strongest hand level here. Oh no, this one's going to be a little interesting. The problem is, well, I guess I'm getting a 4 times buff on this location. Maybe I should have put her over here, the Patriot here, and then put Jubilee there. Then I could have probably gotten, well, I guess 1 card left in my deck. Okay, so it's Onslaught. Onslaught's my last card in my deck. Yeah, it would have been nice to have him here, because then I would have given... Oh, that's disgusting. He stole my Iron Man there. So Iron Man loses his ability. Rogue basically just steals a... That's hilarious. We both got the Patriot. He's got the win. He's going to claim for location, because I'm only getting a 2 times buff at this location. I was going to get a 4 times buff, but unfortunately I didn't get it. Rogue is really nice. Again, just another kind of a nuisance card where Enchantress turns off ongoing effects. She steals ongoing effects. So, game 4 goes to our opponent. They're trying to make the comeback. Let's go to game 5. Alright, for game 5, we got Iron Lad, Travonia, Renslayer, Living Tribunal, and Jubilee. Not a bad one. And then all your 1-cost characters get a +1 here is still nice. Like Ellis. One location if you get very lucky to find, and Titan's pretty nice here as well. One location if you get lucky to find it is Onslaught Citadel. Onslaught Citadel doubles the power of all ongoing abilities, or doubles all ongoing abilities. It is very, very powerful. Because of the fact that you can double every ongoing ability here. So Living Tribunal becomes even more powerful under Onslaught's Citadel. Why would you play Mystique? There's no target for her. Sometimes I'm surprised people play Mystique like that, because there's no target naturally for Mystique. I think I'm going to put Iron Lad here. Let's see what he copies. At least that will tell me what the top card of my deck is. Again, Jubilee does take the top card, but honestly, And let's see, everything gets moved by the Bifrost. Ironheart, giving it +2 power to everything on the board. What's a pop card? Blue Marvel. So I'm going to be drawing into Blue Marvel. My one fear at this point is using Jubilee, and she accidentally brings out Iron Man. If that happens, I don't have, like, an honest... So let's just do Living Tribunal here. Let's see, I still got Iron Man Mystique. Unfortunately, we've passed the threshold now for, we did not get our hands on, so it does kind of suck. We did lose our hands on, Magic, so Magic can't save us here. So anyways, we do this, because this will give me a 4 times buff, and then this will double this power, this ability, so we're doubling everything, I suppose. So, that's really nice there. We'll double absolutely everything. And then basically we won from there. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. That is a win for us. We took the series, folks. It took 5 games, but we took the series. The Living Tribunal. Honestly, the amount of times I've played this deck, this deck is very, like, set up heavy. This deck requires you to see the pieces in your hand or draw them in the 6 to 7 turns you get. 7 if you see Magic. The last game we did not see Magic, so we have to end it up with 6. And sometimes it's situational on the locations. Titan definitely helped us because it reduced the play cost of our guys. Mr. Negative, I think, is really strong, but again, he's only very strong if Iron Man and Mystique are still living in your deck. I mean, Ravenov is really good because she does at least give these two a reduction in their power as same as Jubilee. But I will still say this deck has one big downfall. It is so heavily needed to see all your pieces to set up. And if you don't see your pieces or the locations kind of are not great locations, you're kind of hurting. So, and it also matters on what your opponent's playing. Like we saw where Rogue basically hurts us and all of that. But nonetheless, when you set this deck up, when this deck actually goes off, it goes off and your opponent just doesn't have a way to out it. That game we saw just an Iron Man, a Living Tribunal, an Onslaught won us the game because it pushed out 35 power to all locations. This deck is very good at capturing all 3 locations, but its one downfall is if you don't see the pieces, you're kind of in an uphill battle, and if you don't see good locations to kind of help you with those pieces, sometimes you're in an uphill battle. And honestly, you don't see Magic. Sometimes you're really on a back-footed because you need Magic to get you that 7th turn just so you can make sure you can set up your stuff, especially if you're not seeing stuff to reduce your play costs by. So, overall, I love it, but I think it's one of those decks you gotta kind of have to understand understand how to play the deck and when to play certain cards, especially if you don't see everything. And especially because, honestly, you do want locations to have Iron Man, Mystique, Living Tribunal, and Onslaught. That's your perfect combo. But honestly, if you get Iron Man, Mystique, or Living Tribunal, or these 3 together, you can honestly still win the game. But I want you to let me know down in the comments your thoughts on Living Tribunal. Have you tried it out? What builds have you done? I know there's different builds. I know people play like Psylocke in the deck to give you that extra +1 power. Oh, let's see. Where is she? Where is she? She's a 2-cost character. I know for a fact I have a Psylocke. There she is. Psylocke to give you that +1 power on reveal. I've known people have done that to claim power. There's other ways to do this, but honestly, tell me what your thoughts are on Living Tribunal. What does your deck look like? What struggles have you had with the Living Tribunal deck to make it work and get it to go off? And also your overall thoughts of Living Tribunal. Once again, I'll say if you guys want me to check out any Pacific style deck strategy, let me know down in the comments. I'll look into it and getting you that deck. But with that said, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bells. You can notify my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time on Mama Dragon's TCG.